A very good evening to everyone. Myself Krishna Priya again from Foundation for Excellence, and I'm really delighted to welcome you to the final session of the SAP Career Readiness series. So, today's session focuses on one of the most important aspects of your career journey, which is resume building. A well crafted resume is not just a document, it's your first impression, your personal brand, and a gateway to new opportunities. We are truly honored to have with us Ms. Aishita Singhal, Senior Talent Discovery Partner at SAP Labs India, who brings over 18 years of rich experience in human resources and talent acquisition. With more than 13 years of dedication to SAP, Ms. Ashita has been instrumental in driving strategic hiring initiatives, promoting diversity and inclusion, and engaging talent across all the levels from early talent through campus recruitment to senior leadership roles. Her passion for creating meaningful candidate experience and mentoring future leaders makes her the best perfect guide for today's session on building powerful, impactful resume that gets us noticed. So let us all today extend a very warm virtual welcome to Ms. Ashita to the very last session of SAP today. Over to you, Ms. Ashita.
Thank you, Krishna Priya. Thanks a lot. And hello, everyone. Krishna Priya has actually given a big introduction about me. So thank you so much. Um, all right.
Our
So,
pleasure, Ashita.
all right. We will. I just want to understand, Krishna Priya. We have students here. What is because I can't see people on call. We already have students here as
Yeah,
participants.
yeah, we have almost around 252 participants in the session.
All right, awesome. Cool. So let me quickly share my screen. Give me a second.
Yeah, I hope you will be able to share the screen now. I'll just stop present.
Yes.
Also, Ashita, the scholars will be able to access the chat box and the Q&A session, like Q&A chat box as well. So I'll read out if we are getting any messages in the chat box if you can't see the chat box now.
All right. Can you see my screen?
Yes, it's visible.
All right. Perfect. So okay, you already know my name is Aishita Singhal, and I have been with SAP for over 13 years now. Um, let's talk a little about how to get ready and how do we start a career at any actually organization. And what's the first step you can think of, right? When you get prepared, when you are studying, what's the first thing that comes to your mind that you need to do to even apply for any other organization, right? So the very first thing I think that is required is the resume. And I think we all would agree that how important it is to have the eye-catching resume so that you get further shortlisted and you are interviewed further, right? So let's talk a little about how we can build a good resume and which creates a meaningful impact. But before we get into those details, let's understand a little about what HR department does. I know we all from a younger generation, we keep thinking, what does HR do, right? Are they there in the organization only for the fun activities? No, that's not the case, right? We do a lot of work, and all great minds are part of the HR team. So, all important factors that an employee would need, okay, are actually catered by the HR team. And if we have to talk about the very first step, again, we recruit the best talent from the market, right? So that is something the human resource department does. We ensure that we have a good culture in the organization. That makes the place uh, wonderful, right? You would want to work at a place where company culture is good, right? Then we monitor the performance. We monitor the performance of the employees. We ensure that they know uh, what they are doing, why they are doing, right? Um, we also promote job trainings and educational development. Again, that falls under the human resource department. Right? And last, and I think I'll say that is the most important thing, we oversee the compensation and benefits, right? Again, it is extremely, extremely important. We want to know that what is the compensation that we are going to get when we are working for the organization, what are the benefits that an organization would offer. So in nutshell, this is all that we do. Actually, some part of it, we do a lot more apart from this, right? But these are the major areas that we cover. Now, what you can expect for yourself in today's session, right? Let's understand what is the difference between a biodata, CV, and a resume. Okay. Let's talk a little about a resume and its misconceptions. What is the art of building resume, and what are the precautions we should be careful about while we are building the resume. Okay, so let's go topic by topic, and I would be happy to take the questions towards the end, but in case you feel that I'm going very fast, I would be happy to stop in between. Yeah. And Kitty, I think you would be monitoring the chat in case there are any questions
Yes,
on the
yes.
chat as well, right?
I'll do that,
Cool.
Ashita.
All right. So I've just made it very simple so that you can understand. You know what biodata is? Can you see on my screen? What's the biodata? Right? Which actually contains your personal information. When you are getting married and you are building something that with your personal details that you want to share with other person. For example, your height, your religion, or details like those, right? That will cover in biodata. But an organization would not be really interested to know how tall you are, right? So that part covers in the biodata. Now, what is a CV and what is a resume? Again, CV, which we say curriculum, it covers the detail of everything that you think you have done and you want to present it, right, to the organization. It will cover everything which would be basically, which will have your educational background, your any internship experience, any qualification, any uh, projects that you have done. Okay. And resume, again, pretty similar. They are pretty similar because resume is also something very similar to CV, but it is little more crisp. We try to keep it short. We want to keep it crisp so that it catches attention of the interviewer. Okay. Now, resume and its misconception. Okay. Uh, One thing that uh, people talk a lot about is that resume should only be one pager. Uh, while it is good to have a one page resume, it is easier for the interviewer. But if you have achieved something, you have done some projects, the interviewer would also like to understand it little more, right? all the relevant information should be there. Okay. So while it is good to keep it crisp, but I would not say just restrict it to one page. Uh, Resume should have your entire work history. Uh, while yes, as a fresher, you would not have much, but if I start putting, right, just imagine I have 18 years of experience and I start putting my entire work history. Do you think I can finish it in 1 or 2 pages? Or would you think the interviewer who is interviewing me would be interested to read out everything that I have mentioned there? So it has to be relevant information what we are putting, right? Uh, it has to be crisp, it has to make sense, and whatever is the most relevant. Okay. Uh, Generic resume will fetch a job. One mistake which I commonly see students make is we copy paste the resumes, right? We get a copy from somewhere, and you won't believe, a few years back, I visited a college where everyone had exactly, I interviewed 30 students and everyone's resume was exactly the same except for their name, phone number, and date of birth. Rest everything was same. Does that make sense? No, it does not make sense, right? Uh, Things have to be specific to what you have learned, what you have done in your college, in your school, what you have achieved. Paper resumes are enough. Not in these days, of course, right? While it is extremely important, but we need both soft and hard copies of the resume. Uh, don't include social media information. If you have done something, it is always okay to put it, right? For example, I would say that you have achieved something that is related to social media and you want to talk about it in your interview. Why not put it? Please go ahead and put it. But again, as I said, it should make sense. Right? Lies are okay? No, a big no. Okay. Uh, and that's where most of the students get caught. Okay. Because what happens is we write projects, we copy paste the things from, and in fact, nowadays it is even more easier. At When I was in college way back, we used to copy paste from our friends, right? But now it is all AI, chat GBT, pick up anything, put it there, right? But it doesn't make sense because when the interviewer will start drilling on what you have done, what was your contribution, you will get stuck at some point of time. Do not try to put anything that you have not done. Yeah. Uh, and yes, of course, a good resume will get you a job. That is true. But not completely. Uh, Only something that is relevant you have done. If you made the resume with the full honesty and you have done that work, right? That will get you a job, not only a resume. Okay. I can present someone's resume, which is really, really good, but I haven't done that. That will not help me get a job at all. Right. So it has to be uh, really, really relevant. Um, I see there are questions. I see some hands raised. Do we want to take it now or do we want to take it later?
As per your convenience, Ashita, we can do it. If you want, we can take it now as well.
Okay, I see Varsha's hand up. Uh,
Yeah.
I'll take a pause here.
All right. So, Varsha, you can unmute and talk now. I have given you the access for it. Asha, do you have any questions? We have one more person. I'll just see if we. Shruti, do you have any questions? If yes, you can raise your question now.
Yes, ma'am. Good
Yeah, all
evening, ma'am.
right. Yeah, good evening.
Ma'am, I want to ask one question about related to the projects which we add in a resume.
Sure.
As I'm in a final year in computer science, so I have added three projects in my resume. But at the time
Mhm.
of interview, when the interviewer will ask about that project, so exactly what key points we should have to tell them so that they can understand easily our projects.
Okay, very good question. So what you have to do is one, in nutshell, you have to explain what was the project all about. Okay. Um, Also, you'll have to tell that what was your contribution to it. Okay. Uh, Most of the time, what I have seen with which students make a mistake, there are group projects where students don't have their real contribution, and then they try to project in the interview, right? And they get stuck because then the interviewer starts asking that what was your contribution, what was the technology you used, how did you reach here, and students don't have an answer to it. Okay, so you should put things where you have done something, and you are able to explain. I hope that
Okay.
answers.
Yes, ma'am. Again, I want to ask one question. As I am
Yes.
applying for the any job role, and I am like applying according to the specific job description as which skill they mention, but still I am getting a rejection on my resume, ma'am. What is the reason about this?
Uh, you are saying that as per the job description, you think your skill sets are matching,
Yes, yes,
but
ma'am.
you are still getting rejected.
Yes.
Okay. So there are multiple criterias. Okay. And let me be candid about it. It is not only the skill sets. Okay. Like in SAP itself, we have multiple criterias apart from the skill sets. We hire from certain colleges, we hire with a certain aggregate percentages, right? What a student has achieved, what is the specialization the student is coming from, what is the degree they have secured. So there are multiple factors, and every organization have different criteria. Okay, so it doesn't mean that just because your skill sets are matching you will get shortlisted, but that also doesn't mean that you will not get shortlisted. You should keep trying. I'm sure the right job will fall into your kitty.
Yes, ma'am. As all the percentage criteria also matched like specialization, but still get rejection, ma'am.
I'm sure there would be something. I won't be able to really tell you what exactly went wrong, but I think there would be some
Okay.
other criteria which you are not aware of, because there are times I know as a recruiter, I know there are multiple criterias we have to filter out, and not always it is the skill set or the percentages. There are many other things, and also it also depends a lot on, so if I'm hiring for a business, right? The business, the hiring manager should also be okay with your resume, right? He or she should also find your work relevant to what he or she is looking for. So there are multiple factors, and you shouldn't get disheartened because you are getting rejected. Keep trying. I'm sure you'll find the right one.
Yes. And ma'am, can you have any opportunities for engineering students?
I don't think I'm here to talk about the opportunities at the
Okay,
moment,
okay.
and probably you can connect with Krishna Priya later
Sure.
on this.
Okay, sure,
Yes.
ma'am.
So, Ms. Shruti will pass this question. You can ask any questions relevant to the presentation Ashita is sharing with us, and the general questions we can take it up at the end.
Okay, sure, ma'am.
All right. Thank you. Yeah. So, Ashita, should we take all the questions at the end after the presentation, or
Yeah,
do you
sure,
want
sure.
all?
No,
Okay.
that's
Thank you.
okay. I think I'll proceed further.
Okay.
Uh,
Thank you.
okay, so what's the art of building resume? right? What you should be careful about and how you should. So if you see on the right hand side of the screen, this is how your resume should look like: your name and your contact details, objective or the profile summary, key skills, educational details, project details, certifications and achievements, and uh, strength and hobbies also, if you want to write, okay, any social media reference. Those are the things you can consider too. The last one is optional, okay, so in case you want to add, you can. So research the potential job you want to apply, identify the career path, research on the company with such job opportunities, read the JD and make the points, prepare a outline of key skills, identify your strengths. Okay. Uh, so these are the basics that you should do even before applying for a job, right? And then the structure and the format of the resume should be like I've shown on the right hand side of the screen. You should consider that, right? Be careful of the font and the color. Resume should not be very colorful. So one thing that puts me off personally as a recruiter, people put a lot of colors in their resume. Okay, so more than a resume, it looks like some paper color painting, right? So make it professional. Highlight the things that are relevant. So make the headings, highlight those things, and be careful about such things, right? So precautions, and this is exactly what I was talking about. Beautification. Be careful. I know beautification is important, but beautification doesn't mean. If you ask me a definition of beautification at my age, and if you ask my daughter who is 7 years old, what is beautification, our definition would be different. She would obviously use a lot of colors to make it look beautiful. But if you ask me, in a professional word, obviously colors would not do wonders. So you'll have to find a professional way to beautify your resume, right? Third party resume is a big no. As I said, you should not get it done by anyone. Put an effort, build up a resume yourself. You know what you have done. If you are asking someone to make your resume, it will not help you at all, right? Because you would not understand what the other person has put for you. And interview, it is very easy for interviewers to catch hold of such resumes, right? uh, Fake projects. Again, I think these are the points which I have covered already. So do not mention any fake projects, any information that is not relevant, right? uh, Too many details, as I mentioned, again, irrelevant, right? Because too many details in the resume does not really help. It has to be relevant. As I said, I have 18 years of experience. If I start writing everything, the interviewer would not be interested in reading that details. So it has to be relevant. It has to be in line with the job opportunity that I'm applying for, right? Um, no focus on social media. Um, just be careful. If you have done something that you want to highlight, put it there. Otherwise, that's not something we recommend, right? The only thing which I always recommend students, have a LinkedIn page, stay connected, understand what's going in the market, and always put your LinkedIn profile on your resume, right? uh, no focus structure. So it the resume has to be in a proper structure, and that's something that I have already shared. It should not be a random that I think of objective then I think of experience, then I again think of key skills. It has to be in a structured way. Okay. It has to be in a proper way when you're building a resume. Last, and again, I feel this is really, really important, the X factor. Okay. What special you are bringing on the table? What is different from others? Okay. As you can see in the image, right? We have one person really different from rest of the four, flying differently, and that's something that matters a lot. Okay. So you have to identify what is your X factor. Is it your risk taking capacity? Is it your problem solving capability? Is it that you are consistent in something? You have high determination or a steady focus. What is your X factor? What is your that special skill which you can sell in front of the people who are interviewing you? Right. Uh, all right. So here we come at the end of this. I've given you a brief about it, but I would be happy to take any questions, anything, and I hope it was useful for you. But yeah, open for questions.
So, Ashita, we have Mansi who has been like raising her hand. I'll just allow her to talk now. Mansi, if you have any questions, you can go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, ma'am. I'm really pleased that I got the opportunity to talk to you. So, I want to ask, what are the things that you first check? I heard that a recruiter or an HR gives only 8 to 10 seconds to a fresher's resume. So, what are the top things you see in our resume that decides that whether to select him or her or not? And also, sometimes we have a lot to share, like I am working on so many projects, maybe top 3 projects I will share. I have been interned at somewhere that I will share. Apart from that, I was working for an NGO. So is it relevant to share everything? Like, will it add any value that I contributed more than a year to an NGO where I taught underprivileged students? Or it's just my extracurricular activities and I should keep it to myself only?
Okay, thanks for this question, Mansi, and very, very valid question. So to answer your first one, uh, you should write, as I mentioned, all the relevant information. Okay. You should talk about the projects you have done, even if it is an extracurricular thing, which is your contribution to an NGO. It really, really gives an impact. Okay. Because it shows that it is not only that you are studying and doing your regular thing, but you are also doing things outside uh, and taking out time. Right. Uh, so you must talk about it, you must write it, and you should try and cover everything. Okay. So whether it is your internship, whether it is your projects, be crisp, pick up the main points, tell the interviewer that you have done all this. Okay, so that they know, and they will decide that what is that they want to ask you further in detail. Okay. So, for example, you tell me about 5 projects. You say, ma'am, I have done this. This was the project. I have done this. Okay. This. I will ask you that, okay, Mansi, tell me in detail what was your contribution on that particular project. Okay. But you must make it a point to tell everything to the interviewer.
Okay, and one more thing, do we need to customize our resume according to the roles we are applying? For example, I am interested in 3 domains, in full stack development, in AIML, also in software development. and I have not in-depth knowledge but knowledge about the three domains. So if I am applying for an AIML internships or job, I will add AIML projects that I have built. But do I need to customize resume every time? Like for different domains, I should have different resume, or all the crisp thing I should have in a single resume?
Sorry, is it just my network or?
Yeah, no, I think it's a network itself. Mansi,
Okay, but
yeah,
to answer your question, I'll quickly answer. I understood what she's saying. But no, you should have just one copy of your resume, and you cannot customize every time you are interviewing, as per the skill set. That being said, ensure that you are covering everything that you have done. Okay, so if you have done AIML project, you should cover it irrespective you are applying for a full stack developer role, right? Why not cover things that you have done already? You cannot customize every time you are building a resume. I hope
Okay,
that
ma'am. Thank you so
answers.
much.
all right. So,
Yeah,
Mansi,
yeah.
I hope
Thank
that
you.
answers your question, right? All right, thank you. And Shruti, do you want to go ahead?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, okay.
Ma'am, I want to ask again, like, what exactly recruiter wants from our resume while shortlisting?
Sorry?
What exactly recruiter expect from our resume while shortlisting for any jobs to further rounds?
Uh, I think that was what I was talking about from past half an hour. That what a recruiter is looking for in your resume. So talk about your projects, talk about your experience, talk about the relevant details. That those are the things that we look for.
And how much ATS score we want, ma'am, exact like?
Sorry,
How much ATS score we want? Like above 60 or
ETS.
80 score?
So, I guess she is talking about the tracking system we
Yes,
have
yes,
implemented recently,
yes.
Ashita, for the resumes and all.
Uh, uh, okay, probably I'll come back on this, Krishna
No
Priya.
worries. Okay, no worries,
Okay,
Ashita.
sure.
So I think it is a system where AI is in like evaluating the resumes and they are giving you a score for it. It is an applicant tracking system.
Yes, yes, ma'am, exactly.
Maybe we'll reach out to you with the same and like we will answer to your question later,
Okay, sure,
Shruti. Yeah,
ma'am.
thank you. Varsha, do you like to go next? So Varsha, if you don't want to come forward and talk, you can also post your questions in the Q&A box. All right. Anand, would you like to go next?
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah, hi, we can hear you.
Hello, ma'am. I want to ask one thing about the resume. That as I am a third year student and I were applying for the internship, so I was applying for first time. So in the resume, I have to mention the work or the experience or past projects which I have done. So I have done one project in AI, but it is not relevant to the branch or the field which I was applying. So is it necessary to uh, add it? Because I was not willing to add any lies in it, as many of my friends did add fake projects which have they never had done. So, and one more question is that how the HR or the recruiter knows that I am not lying, or means if I added a project uh, which I had not done, so how will the recruiter know that means it is fake? and how unfair it is that if someone got selected by the fake resume or fake projects he added.
Okay, Anand, thanks a lot for your question. One, I think I have shown in my PPT, lies are a big no for me. Okay. So to add a project that you haven't done, I would not recommend at all. Um, and to answer to your second question, that how a recruiter gets to know, we have superpower. We get to know if the candidate is lying or not. But it is, we have certain experience, right? And we come with an experience. We know when a student is lying, what he has done, what he has not done. So please do not, and that's something I strongly recommend. Please do not lie.
And I hope.
Okay,
Oh,
ma'am. So hello.
sorry, and could you repeat the question?
I am saying, if I am applying as a freshers for the first time, so I don't have any projects to show in the resume. So what should I do in this case?
Sorry, I miss your question.
I think Ashita, he's asking
Hello, ma'am.
that. Yeah, go ahead. Yes, Anand.
Resume about any projects done. So if I am applying for a first time, and so what should I add in the work experience or the projects done?
So, Anand, are you asked?
Krishna,
Yeah, so I think Ashita, he is asking about if he has not done any projects and he's applying as a fresher for a job, like how will it be considered? And what
So
all world experience should be
it's
included
for
because he
internships, not for
for the
internships.
internships. Okay, for the internships.
then you can just mention your educational details and all. And if you have done anything that is outside your regular study, you can put it like any achievements or anything. But it is always recommended that you do some projects. You cannot fetch a job without doing anything.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, Anand. So I hope that question is answered well. Uh, we have Divya Kumari here. Divya, can you unmute and ask the question?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I have
Okay,
some
thank you.
question like Anand asking how recruiters identify the fake projects and all.
We will pass
Uh,
that question now. Like, I
Yeah,
guess
I
it's
Yes,
don't
yes,
answered.
ma'am.
think
Yes,
so. I
yes,
would
yes,
like to take repeated questions.
yes, ma'am.
Please come back with the questions if they are actually relevant.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Divya, thank you. Mansi, do you have any questions? Mansi, are you there? If you have any questions, you can unmute now
I
and
think
talk.
Mansi has already asked the
All right.
question.
All right. We have Suman. Suman, uh, do you have any questions? All right. I think
Uh,
he's not
Hello,
there.
ma'am.
Okay, Mansi, you have one more question.
I asked earlier, do you give only 10 seconds to our resume? And is it manually reviewed by you, or you used any software to review our resume?
It is manually reviewed. It is, of course, reviewed by us as recruiters. And it depends on what is there on your resume. That will decide that how much time we are giving to your resume, right? Whether it is 1 second, 2 second, 10 seconds. It would depend on what content it has.
Okay, okay, ma'am.
Hello,
What is it?
ma'am.
Yeah, hi.
Am I audible?
Yeah, yes. Please go
Okay.
ahead.
Uh, Ma'am, as a BTech second year students, we don't have I don't have any projects as of now. Like I have done basic projects on web development at front end part, but I don't think that is suitable for me to apply for any internship also. And what should I do as a second year student if I apply for internship? What should I add on to my resume? Because in talking about experience, we don't have experience, and talking about projects also, we don't have that much of skills.
But in such scenarios, you need to talk about your knowledge, right? In the interview, you'll have to project that what is that you are learning and what is that you can offer to the organization, right? If you are learning, for example, you are learning Java and you think you can contribute to the internship because you are good at it, you need to talk about it in the interview.
Ma'am, like I haven't found any of internship like without resume. Like first they will shortlist us based on resume, not like interview. No, first resume will be shortlisted, and then after interview. Then how will I be
No,
shortlisted?
that's not correct. I would not agree to this because we at SAP we have all uh, done that multiple of times. We visit, though we don't shortlist on resume. So what we do for second year, third year students is we give them an online assessment as a first screening criteria. If they make through the assessment, if they clear the test, then we interview them. It is as simple as that, right?
Okay.
You'll have to show some caliber of yours to get to the interview. Okay. It cannot, while I understand you haven't done the project, but you should have some knowledge, right? There should be something you should offer to the organization from your knowledge perspective as well.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, BTech second, like in SAP, if I want to apply as BTech, like for intern, because it's not possible for me to get a job now, which I feel, then when can I apply like something? Is it
I I think you should connect with your whoever is the POC for SAP. They'll help you when you can reach out for the openings. As I mentioned in the starting, I'm not here to talk about the open positions. So probably you can connect with. I don't know if Krishna Priya, you would be the right point of contact for this.
okay, ma'am? Ma'am, one more thing, like in basically when we reach to our third year, we can get PPOs based on our performance. Like what as you people look into I mean, in the workflow of work duration of an intern to select them as or giving them PPO.
Your performance.
Like
It is
till
as simple as that. You are given a task to work on. If you are doing it well, you will get a chance to sit for a PPO process. But if you are unable to do it, there are multiple factors. We'll see how dedicated you are, how committed you are towards work. What is that you are bringing in? How is your knowledge? Are you understanding things? Right. So there are multiple things.
okay, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Subban. Who would like to go next? Teja, do you want to go next?
Yes,
Hello,
ma'am.
ma'am. If possible, can
Uh, all right. Is that Santosh? Okay, sorry. Teja, please go ahead.
Thank you. Ma'am, actually, I have a doubt and I don't know if it is already cleared or not. Means I am applying for an AA internship. Hello, ma'am.
Yes, Teja. We can hear you.
Hello.
Yeah, hello. Yeah, please proceed, Teja.
Ma'am, if I am applying for yes, ma'am. If I am applying for an AA internship and I already did a project on data analytics, can I mention it in on my resume, ma'am?
Sorry,
Ashita, she is asking like if she have done any internships, right, Teja?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
can she mention it in the resumes? Like how?
of course, you should and you must. I don't think you should even have a second thought on that. If you have done it, you must mention it.
Ma'am, it is about the currently I'm applying for an AA internship, ma'am, where they want the experienced candidates, but I did my project I did my internship on data analytics. Can I mention it? He's
Okay, so Shita, she's asking, she has applied for a AI related role for internship, but she has an experience in data analyst. So can she
That's fine.
mention that?
You can still mention it because the interviewer needs to know what you have done in past, right? Uh, they'll find out whether your experience is relevant, your knowledge is relevant or not. But you must always project what you have done and learned.
So
okay,
Teja, I
ma'am,
hope.
and I have another question. I'm yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Ma'am, I'm ongoing. My ongoing project is 4 2. Can I mention it, ma'am? Because I didn't complete it at all. The prototype is not completed yet, ma'am. Can I mention it on my resume? This is an ongoing project like that.
You can.
Okay,
You
ma'am.
can, and
Thank
you
you,
need to
ma'am.
tell, yeah, you need to tell about it that it is an ongoing project.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank
Thank you, ma'am.
thank you, Tej. Santosh, you can go ahead.
Hello, ma'am. Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, you are.
Ma'am, regarding the session is very much useful, ma'am. I learned a lot from the session. And my question is that there are such several platforms for applying for a job, ma'am, like LinkedIn, Indeed, and so many platforms. Uh, is the probability of getting a job is same around the job, or it depends on the particular industry which it is hitting, ma'am? Hello, ma'am.
I'm trying to understand your question.
Sorry, ma'am. I mean, like, if I'm applying for the same job in LinkedIn and Indeed and some other platform, will it reach you in the same way, or like if any one of you will reach first, or the chances of getting a
No,
job?
yeah, it will reach out more or less at the same time. So I think all the platforms are generally connected with ATS. And yeah.
Okay, ma'am. That's it. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Santosh. Who would like to go next? Ashish?
Good evening, ma'am.
Yeah, good evening.
So my basic question is, see, have been into HR position as well as the tech recruitment position. So there have been some gaps in my resume. For example, I was at tech, you can say Android development role for approx 8 months, but then due to something, or you can say unwanted situation, I have to took a break around 8 to 6 months, and now. Since the era of AI is coming, I was thinking of switching to AI. But the situation arises here is that there have been break almost of 1 year in my resume, but I have completed few of the internships from India as well as from other parts of world. So, is it okay to have a break of 1 year if I am able to explain that I had some situation because of which I had to took a break of 8 months, and then I took 6 or 7 months to learn AI.
It is okay. It lot depends on your knowledge of what you are bringing in. Okay, so it's not always that you have taken a break, so you will not be considered. So you should not worry about these
Okay,
things.
so basically, if I have a break, I will be able to. You can say after fourth year, I have a break of 6 months. If I am able to explain why I have it, then I have the probable cause of being employed, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Ashish. Anyone would like to go again? Okay, we have a lot of hands being raised. Ashita, do you want to take up the questions, or should we go to the Q&A box and take few questions and wind up?
So we'll be cognizant of the time. I think we
Yeah,
have another 5 minutes,
all
right?
right.
So probably we can take one or two more questions, and then students can actually reach out to you for further queries, and I would be happy to assist later.
All right, sure. So, scholars, any questions you want to ask, please let us know. You can mail to the training mail ID. I'll post the training mail ID in the chat box. We'll reach out to Ms. Ashita and get back to you soon. And we'll take few questions from the Q&A box, Ashita.
Yeah, sure.
All right. So we have a question from Vishruta MR. Like, I have strong SD skills and most of my resume reflects software development, but I am applying for a machine learning internship. I have only one ML project so far. So how can I present my resume in the way that is appropriate for ML roles?
So if you have only one project, talk a little about that project. Okay. Ensure that that project is highlighted if your focus is only on ML projects, right? And then talk about other projects. Okay. And if I think you can explain it in crisp words, but in detail, that what you have done in that project, that will definitely catch attention of the interviewer, and you will be called for an interview.
Well, hope Vishruta that answers your question. We have a question from Rinky. It's actually concerned that if we did internship in reputed company like Amazon, but when we apply to the high reputed company like Google, Rubix, etc., but we will not get selected. Her college is tier 3, so she want to know what will be the reason for it. Yeah. From the perspective of HR perspective or anything, Ashita, if you can.
Yeah, so there are certain guidelines that we at organizations we have. Okay, certain processes, certain guidelines, and I think I covered this part in the starting that even in SAP, we hire from certain institutes, right? Not all the colleges. India is really, really huge, and we have I don't know how many colleges in India. So if we start hiring from all the colleges, it becomes difficult. So all the organizations have certain list of colleges where they hire from. But that being said, there are organizations where tier 3 colleges also are given preference, and even organizations like Amazon, Google may not hire at the starting from the college, but once you have got an industry experience at least of a year or so, you can definitely apply to these organizations, and I'm sure they will be happy to hire you then. Hope that answers.
Yeah. Thank you, Ashita. And we have a question from Mahima. So she's a bit confused about the layout of the resume because she gets suggestions like uh, an aside session in the resume where some suggest simple flow that you have shown in the PPT, she's saying. And is it okay for the resume to have a light color theme or only black and white resumes are good to go? Yeah.
My personal preference is black and white. Okay. But in case you want to highlight it a little, use very pastel colors just to highlight the bars and stuff. Okay. Generally, as I mentioned, do not make it very colorful.
Yeah, so Mahima, I hope that answers your question as well. So we have a lot of scholars requesting for a resume template, Ashita. So I guess in the last previous SAP sessions, a lot of scholars have reached out to Dilip asking for an ideal resume. So if possible, can you share one model with us so we can share it with our scholars?
Done.
If you have.
Probably later we will share some template of resume.
All right, thank you. Oh, can we add a photo in the resume?
Oh, yes, you can. And it is good to have a photo as well. But that is not a showstopper. If you will not have your resume, it is absolutely okay. And not that you will get shortlisted or you will not get shortlisted looking at your photo. So that's definitely not the screening criteria for a recruiter.
We have a question from Madhav, like what should I answer if my recruiter asks a question which I don't know exactly, and how should I say it in a professional way?
You can, and that's a very good question, I think, but you should be honest, saying that you don't know, you haven't done it, but you are keen and you are aspiring to learn, and you are confident that you'll be able to work on it.
All right. So we have a question from Vishruta that she has worked on a hackathon project, but since it was time limited, she didn't have a deep knowledge about it. That is like deep technical understanding. So should she include it in her resume, or is it that risky during the interviews? If I want to add that in extracurricular activities part, can we add it as well?
Yes, you should add and you must add. However, if you are talking about it to the interviewer, tell them honestly that what was your contribution. You should not try and say that you have too deep knowledge on that.
We have a repeated question like, so one scholar is a mess secretary for the in his hostel for 2 years. So can he add it in the skills part in the resume? He's asking. So showing skills of management and all.
You can write it in an extracurricular, but I'm sure that's not very relevant.
So we have a question from Divya that can I add project that I have made from YouTube with the learning process like clone and something like that, which she have taken it from the YouTube like.
Mhm.
So she's asking, can she add that project that is made from YouTube with learning process like clone as well?
You can if there was some contribution from your side and you did something on your own. If it was a copy paste project, then no.
All right, Divya, I hope that answers your question. We have a question from Sirisha that what is the minimum number of projects that has to be kept in a resume so that she gets shortlisted?
That doesn't really matter. It can be 1, it can be 10. And I'm sure if you'll have 10 projects, recruiter is not going to ask you all about the 10 projects. It is more about what was your contribution, what is your knowledge, and how you can present it. So even if you have one project and you can talk about it in detail, that will be more than enough.
So hope Divya that answers your question as well. We have a question from Ravikant that when you go through hundreds or thousands of resumes, what unique qualities make a candidate stand out and move forward in the selection process? For example, in case of an SDE role, what are the key factors you consider? Is it things like open source contributions, real world projects, or something else?
Are we talking about particular skill sets?
So he want to know what are the unique qualities, Ashita, that stands out in the resume.
So that actually depends on what is the skill we are hiring for, right? And it would be very very business specific, and the JD specific. So I don't think at this point of time I would be able to tell you that one particular quality that should be there, and your resume will be picked.
So Ravikant, I hope that answers your question as well. We'll take last two questions, Ashita.
Sure.
So Tejaswini is having a doubt regarding resume building. Like if we add our LinkedIn profile to the resume, is it necessary to maintain and update the LinkedIn with all our courses, certifications, and extracurricular activities? She basically want to know the impact LinkedIn profile is making.
Of course, you must keep it updated. Just because I asked you to have a LinkedIn profile does not mean you have it and you don't maintain it. It is really important that all relevant information is there, so that if a recruiter is trying to search about your profile, they should get all information that you have presented or you were trying to present, right? So ensure that you keep it updated.
So with that, we come to the end of the questions, Ashita. Also, Ashita, we request you, if you possible, can you share your LinkedIn ID with us so we can connect to you and our scholars as well? if it is fine with you.
I think I'll share it with you, Krishna
All
and
right,
Priya, probably,
fine.
and then we will take this offline.
All right, all right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with
Anything?
this, yeah, tell me.
No, I'm just saying anything else we can, all of you were lovely audience, and thank you so much.
So with this, we come to the end of the session. Thanks a lot, Ms. Ashita, for this incredible, insightful session on building. I'm sure all your valuable guidance have definitely will give more confidence and clarity to our scholars. And we truly appreciate your short and crisp presentation. And thank you for patiently taking the time to address all the questions from our scholars.
Pleasure
And
was mine. Thank you so much.
you're most welcome. And with this, scholars, we conclude the technical and career readiness series from SAP. Our heartfelt thanks to entire SAP team, especially Ms. Setala, and to the FFE team, all of you for seamlessly coordinating with us. And a special thank you to all our scholars for your active participation and meaningful engagement. I'm sure that your enthusiasm has truly made the series impactful. And thank you so much. And thank you so much, Ms. Dashida, for joining on a Friday with us today.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you,
Have a great
everyone.
evening.
Bye bye. You too. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye. Thank you, scholars.